and her compatriot won that particular one. You know, Sherika Jackson too was also in the midst, but not very. I was expecting Anna Smith, you know, the British sprinter, to also do something, but unfortunately that was not. She came out fourth, a very slim margin between she and Elena Thompson there. So for prize, I think it's a good one for her. She's well packed, you know. You can see the glamour in her face. You can see the preparation going to this particular one, and also we also saw her in the 200-meter heat where she was able to grind out some form of result. Maybe not the first, but somehow she showed that she's a woman to beat, and she did it against her compatriot. When you win against your country ladies, it just shows how powerful you are, and generally you cannot but say that they are the best when it comes to sprint. And she shows that this time around she want to continue winning 5 times, you know, world record. Never have we seen anyone that's the she's now in the list of the greatest of all time in the 100-meter sprint, you know, in the world. For me, I'm happy. I hope that she will continue her feat, but only time truly will tell, because you win one today, tomorrow your country lady comes and get to that one. We saw what Elena Thompson Hera did at last year's Olympic, and either any of them can always pick it. I hope that somebody will be able to break the genes someday between these three trios from Jamaica.
And still in the World Athletics Championship, Johnson Thompson dropped to 7th place after the 5th event in the heptathlon after the World Championship in Oregon. The defending champion, who was after the previous day's 4 events, produced an effort of 6.28 meters in the long jumper to move to 4,735 points. Belgium two-time Olympic champion Nafissatou Tem jumped 6.59 meters to stay top of for the standing on 5,107 points, and No Cavetta for the Netherlands is second on 5,024 points, with Holland Adriana Sulik in third on 4,967 points. Now in the women's marathon, Ethiopia Custom Gebreliz won gold in 2 hours 18 minutes 11 seconds, which eclipsed Britain Paula Radcliffe previous championship record of 2 hours 20 minutes 57 seconds set in 2005. Judith Correa of Kenya won silver, while Israeli Lona Septeta claimed the bronze medal. And taking a look at the medal table now, United States still topping the medal table with 16 points, you know, as it stands now. If you take a look at it, I think they gathered 6 gold and 4 silver, 6 bronze medals, making it a total of 16 medals for them. Ethiopia second, and Kenya third, Jamaica they are fourth now, and Poland they are fifth as it stands now. What do you make of the medal table? At least an African country is the second, Ethiopia down there.
Yes, it's beautiful. On Monday, so yesterday we saw just Ethiopia making the first 5, you know, podium finishes in the medal table. But for the US, initially they were not there, but somehow they have proven that they can get winning. I mean, I'm not expecting anything less. We are going to see them, you know, continue. I think the United States of America will win this one in terms of country ranking. But Ethiopia and Kenya, I'm happy to see them there, because so far so good. They've been able to show their own too in the long distance races, and also in some of the middle distance races. So for me, we expect that in any long distance races, give it to Kenya and Ethiopia, we are always going to be sure that they're going to win those medals. So that is why it's easy for them. That is their comparative advantage. When they're going for tournaments, you see them, you know, focus on those areas and they win very well. I'm even surprised that one of them was able to make the heats, you know, they qualify from the heats in the short distance races. But it shows that they too, when it comes to sprint generally, they are working harder. For Jamaica, courtesy of the one won by the gold won by that lady Prize, they've gotten a gold for themselves, and also 4 medals in total. So for me, it's lovely seeing the way the medal table has panned out so far. And my joy is that 2 African countries they are seated in the first 3. And that's, to me, one of the greatest delight. If the table ends this way, it shows that Africa are well represented. But you ask yourself, where is Nigeria in the top, in the ranking, at least, even if it's a bronze medal?
Yeah, where is Nigeria? That's the big question. We look forward to see on the 22nd and the 23rd of this month, where will Team Nigeria be? Of course, can we say we'll see ourselves on the medal table, you know, having a medal this time. Ethiopia with 3 gold, 3 silver, no bronze medal, making a total of 6 medals for Ethiopia. Kenya, 1 gold, 3 silver, 2 bronze medal, making a total of 6 medals well for Kenya as well. Jamaica, 1 gold, 2 silver, and 1 bronze medal, making a total of 4 medals for Jamaican. Poland with 1 gold, 2 silvers, and no bronze medal, making a total of 3 medals, for Poland as it stands now. We look forward to see how the medal table, of course, will shape up in the coming days. And we also hear that Ethiopia, Coste Tom, is also pleading, after getting the victory in the women's marathon. Gabriel Lassie, she hope peace can prevail in our country, after winning the women's marathon at the World Athletics Championship as it stands now. We hope to see peace down there back in Ethiopia, after that nice gesture as it stands. Look forward to see how it goes, and probably how the World Athletics Championship events will go from here. It's looking very interesting, but down here in Nigeria, well, nobody's smiling. Nigerians are not really happy looking at the way the athletes they've performed so far. Of course, we've seen some of them, they tried. We've seen the 4x100 meters relay team. They tried, they got, they finished 6th position, in the event, and a very huge amount of money for them as well. The likes of Chukwuebuka and Rikuchi also was very impressive, but they didn't do well, in the final event to finish 11th. So we'll be looking forward to see the likes of Ese Broom and Toby Amusan for what they can definitely put on the table this time around for Team Nigeria comes 23rd and also 22nd and 23rd of this month. So we're going on a short break now, and we'll come back. We'll bring you all the trending stories revolving around the world of sports. Stay with us.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
The people, the candidates, the party, the campaigns. What really makes an election year? Enough of the rhetorics. It's time for issue-based politics. 2023 elections. Who are the candidates? What do you know about them? Take a seat, relax, and join us for the 2023 elections on Atlantic Television Network, StarTimes, DTH, Channel 194, or ATN Live on Google Play Store and all our social media platforms. Twitter is at Atlantic TV Net. Facebook and YouTube is at Atlantic Television Network. On Instagram is at Atlantic TV Network. Elections 2023 from Mondays to Fridays at 8 p.m. Election 2023. We the people have a stake.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human trafficker.
Honorable
You're a human.
They are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what the
I have fought a very family.
Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to no.
Yeah, welcome back. It's still Sport Talk on Atlantic Television Network. Let's move on as we bring in more interesting stories evolving around the world of sport, especially in Nigeria. The 11th edition of the African Arm Wrestling Federation Championship will begin today in Lagos, with 12 African countries participating. The countries include host and former African champion Nigeria. Others are Cameroon, Ghana, Madagascar, Togo, Niger, Egypt, Guinea, Conakry, and Senegal, and also Somalia and Benin Republic. Team Nigeria will present a 42-man team members made up of athletes in the junior, youth, senior, and masters category for both the able and special athletes this time around. The Nigerian athletes, just like their foreign counterparts, will compete in both the right and the left arms this time around, and we look forward to see Team Nigeria. They've been in this one. This is not the first time, but you know, how far do you think they can go in this edition of the Arm Wrestling Championship in Lagos?
Yeah, I think the Arm Wrestling Championship in Lagos is going to be another time for them to see if they can dethrone Mali, who currently are the defending champions of this one in Africa. When you have 12 countries that will be competing, and those countries that when you look at them, you just know that these are countries that are very good in arm wrestling. That's of Congo, Mali, you know, Nigeria. It just tells you that, man, we need to do more. But the good thing about Nigerian preparation is that I hear that Engineer Samuel, you know, who is the man who is in charge of Arm Wrestling Federation, has put the 42 names that will be part of this one in different categories: the junior, the senior, the cadet, and also, you know, the masters. Let's hope that these athletes or these arm wrestlers, we hope, will do their bidding. I mean, it's not easy. The last time when Mali won that one, we saw how resilient they are. We saw the good, you know, men who were very strong. It takes those who have wits and grits, you know, to be able to master or muster wins in the arm wrestling championship. And for Nigeria hosting it, I hope that this will be an avenue, or more like a home fit for them. We've hosted a few tournaments and we've not been able to win any so far. We have seen like five federations hosted tournament. The table tennis activity, the cycling activity that ended some time ago. You know, even the what was it called? The taekwondo championship that they did some time ago. I have not seen Nigeria win anyone. I just hope that the arm wrestlers will understand the fact that they are the host nation and they will live up to the billing, because when you win these things, it gives you another advantage to go and compete at the global level, and that's one thing that should sink inside of them. So, but for the way the man who is at the helm of affair of the federation has gone about it, preparation-wise, I think that we should expect. But it's not about winning. You need to win massively for you to come out top in all the categories. So I hope that the 42 names so listed, they will live up to its billing. That's my thinking.
They will live up to its billing. Let's say it goes Nigerian. Also talking about cycling, Nigeria finishing fourth place at the 2022 African Track Cycling Championship at the Velodrome for the Moshida Village National Stadium in Abuja. Team Nigeria won a total of 16 medals, which consists of 4 gold, 8 silver, and 4 bronze medals. South Africa finished first, topping the medal table with a total number of 42 medals, made up of 20 gold, 13 silver, and also 9 bronze medals. Egypt followed in second place with 26 medals, consisting of 8 gold, 8 silver, and 10 bronze medals. And the third place went to Algeria with 17 medals, consisting of 5 gold, 5 silver, and 7 bronze medals. Temple, what do you make of Team Nigerian performance? Like I said, they finished fourth in the first edition of the African Cycling Championship down here in Nigeria. What do you make of their performance? You think is cheering enough?
Well, in terms of cheering, with the way they've prepared going into this one would have expected that they'll get to win. Maybe not win, but
you think they had a better preparation?
I think they do. They do.
I heard some of the athletes coming up to say that they didn't have a better preparation, and at some point, they were not properly fed. How would they perform better when they did not, when they were not fed properly and being given adequate, welfare, and all that. So I got some of those complaints from some of the athletes.
It's expected. It's expected. Anything in Nigeria is expected that you're going to have, no matter the level of preparation, you're going to have one or two athletes who always come out to, put dent on some of the part of the preparation. Not far away from the truth, if you ask me. But somehow I feel that these federations, you look at their revenue sources, they don't have much, to be desired. So I don't expect total.
But this is the first edition of it.
It is the first edition, and we hosted. But I think that the level, of course, you cannot compare the level of treatment, given to the likes of South Africa, Egypt, Algeria, even Morocco, and in Africa when it comes to taking care of the athletes and cyclists. So for me, I think that at the level of Nigeria, we already know what is happening. The sports ministry so far has done that enough. Taking our athletes alone to this championship ongoing there, and the programs already outlined this year has taken out a lot of revenue from the sources for the cover. So I think that I'm not surprised, but the fact that we came out fourth shows that Nigeria is a country to reckon with when it comes to cycling in Africa, and I never expected them to win. I said it before now that Egypt, Morocco, and Algeria will come top, but fortunately for South Africa, they showcased what they know how to do best. If you take a look at their roads, their road networks, and you just tells you that only in Johannesburg alone you can some sort of on monthly basis we used to see activities in cycling. So I am not surprised at all. I just feel that in other sports now, South Africa has truly shown that apart from South Africa, the Northern Africans too are also showing that yes, we are country to beat. I hope that Nigeria will come there. They take a look at the road network here in Abuja, in Lagos, everywhere is busy. It's difficult, except for the Velodrome, who has truly even been one of the base for our athletes to compete. So I just hope that we will take a look, we will take cue from what we have done and see what we can do. My intention or my thinking is after this program now, they should continue to nurture those cyclists so that they can present us equitably in the All African Games.
All right, look forward to see how it goes. But we hear Team Morocco ended the championship in 5th place with 4 gold, 5 silver, and 4 bronze with 13 medals, while Benin Republic and Cote d'Ivoire had 1 bronze medal each as well. 15 countries that participated in the championship competed in 11 different events: sprints, team sprints, time trials, carrying, team pursuit. Others were individual pursuit, scratch, elimination, omnium, point race, and medicine for women's, men, and juniors category. Let's move down to Scrabble, as Sikak Itim from Akwa Ibom State yesterday won the Masters category for the second Governor Duyujiri National Scrabble Championship in Yenugua, Bayelsa State. Itim recorded 12 wins after DSP Ala Mesiega Banquet Hall in the Bayelsa State capital with a plus 1,082 cumulative spread to win the 5,000 star prize and the winner's trophy. Hijishon Oshavel Owenga, who won the maiden edition with 11 wins and 6,617 cumulative last year. Okofere Ohale from Delta State won the intermediate category, while Jacob Jonah was the winner for the veteran category, just as Bora Douglas from Bayelsa State was the open champion. There was also a new champion in the student category as a student from Federal Government College O.D. Adeleke John dethroned Ikoko David, who won the category last year. Young chess prodigy Deborah Queen and Sunshine Perry got consolation prizes, declaring the championship close. They reiterated the state government's commitments to using sports to combat crime as well as develop skills and talents for the youth. Interesting. Cherry won from the Bayelsa State Government Temple, and the man in Sika Etim, was the winner of this one, taking up a very huge amount of money, at the end of the day.
5 million naira prize money attached to winning the championship. I think it's a lovely one. But for me, regardless of the winners of each of the categories, what keeps me basking is the zeal from the Scrabble Federation to look at to try to see how they can pick talents from that side. When you discover talents, it helps you. Scrabble is not one of the is a memory game, a game that requires you to dig deep internally, and it's not for the illiterates. That I mean, take nothing away from no disrespect now, but it's for those who are learned and those who are calculative. So if you understand what we call quantitative reasoning, at the junior cadre of education, you truly get to be used to playing Scrabble and chess. So I think it's a good one for a team. The guy from Akwa Ibom. I don't want to say that by winning this one, Akwa Ibom, they are doing something great because we have not obviously seen them, participating too much in sporting activities. But somehow, as a result of personal talent and all that, no, but that's the truth.
We've seen a team now.
I mean, the team is not based in Akwa Ibom. They are not based in Akwa Ibom. What I'm trying to drag at is Akwa Ibom, as a state, do not have, in quote, they do not have national figure when they don't have that flair in sport as compared to the likes of Edo, as compared to the likes of Delta, as compared to even the likes of Lagos.
What you mean sport?
So I think that
athletics or football.
Generally, they're not a state to reckon with when it comes to sporting activities, except for the fact that we have individuals who are just making, doing well for themselves, and by virtue of their heritage and their lineage, they're from Akwa Ibom. But I think it's good to hear Akwa Ibom, name mentioned through this man, a team who have won the Scrabble Championship. He's a national hero now, and let's enjoy him for the moment.
All right, let's enjoy him for the moment. Before we go down to football, quick one, Temple. Tyson Fury said he is ready to fight the winner in the rematch between Alexander Usyk and also the man Tyson Fury. What do you make of Fury? He really wants to bounce back, from retirement this time around, especially if he gets to see the winner between the bouts between Usyk and also the man Anthony Joshua this time around. What do you make of him coming and out of retirement, this time around because of these two guys?
I will if you've been following boxing deeply, you will not doubt the zeal for him to come out. This is one bout. Even after that, he will still come out. It's he speaks with the both sides of his mouth, and he talks one thing today, he does the other tomorrow, and so it's expected. For Tyson Fury, we know that he cannot do away with boxing. At 33, you just believe that he still has a lot. He still feels that anyone who's going to come out someday, he will fight. Even if he does not want to fight in the heavyweight division again, you expect him to always want to go get some exhibition fight elsewhere. So I mean, the man is not ready. Just family pressure, putting him under pressure to to retire, and he's not tired yet. So 20th of next month, we shall see that bout, that amazing bout there in the Middle East, and hopefully one of the heavyweight fighter, or either of Anthony Joshua or Alexander Usyk, will emerge, and they get to fight this one. It's been a long time calling for me. He, in his heart of heart, I think he's thinking that Joshua might win this one. He hopes that Joshua gets to win so that, because he has been talking tough about Joshua, Joshua is not good enough for him, how he will outbox him, how Joshua is one of the least in the heavyweight division. So he will hoping to fight Joshua so that, it's going to be a truly an undisputed bout, in the first time in the history of in the heavyweight division, because two boxers from the same country, it will be a show of class. So I think that that fight we watch out for that one. He's just bringing attraction to himself. I mean, talking nothing away from him too. He has been able to build some form for himself. So when he talks, people, a lot of people listen because he's currently one of the biggest and the best fighter or boxer when it comes to the heavyweight division. So if he talks, people take him seriously. But then our eyes are teetered, and we hope to see what lays out on the 20th of August.
We look forward to see how that one goes. But quickly, let's move on as we talk about football. As the Chijoke Akudetsu of Rivers United will receive 3,800,000 naira as cash prize for emerging the highest goal scorer in the just concluded 2021 and 2022 Nigeria Professional Football Leagues. The newly crowned goal king, all for the MPFL, scored 19 goals in the 2020.
Dropped his gun, and look at Chijoke from nowhere got that particular one now. The guy will be expecting 3.8 million naira for himself, equivalent to 4 million. And that's very huge because as a young man who is growing, I spoke with him in the penultimate game before this particular one on Sunday. And he talked about his aspiration. You know, I just pray that he will be there in Rivers United. But one thing I know for sure is that it's difficult to have a back-to-back highest goal scorer in the Nigeria Professional Football League. And so his desire right now is that he's in the lists of a lot of clubs and in the radar.
This time, conquering Sao Tome and Principe, Congo and Cameroon on their paths as a qualification. Nigeria and France will square up in the opening Group C encounter on August 12th, while the competition will start on the 10th of August in Costa Rica. And now to the big one, the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Now, their quest to land the 10th Women's African Cup of Nations title came to a painful end yesterday after the 9th winner suffered an shredding 5-4 penalties defeat to the Atlas Lioness outside the Prince Mula Adela Stadium. The Falcons were reduced to 90 men after Halima 2, Ayinde and Rashidat Ajibadi were both sent off in the second half following clumsy attack, and wasn't really an easy day for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. A day to remember, when it comes to women football down here in Nigeria. They did their best, they fought, the way they can, but at the end of the day, it didn't get down, to their away tempo. What do you make of a Super Falcons performance against the Atlas Lioness of Morocco yesterday in the semi-final for the Women African Cup of Nations?
Yeah, clash of the Titan, if you ask me. Clash of the Titan because you look at the both sides. Arguably, the four side playing the semi-finals, arguably the best sides you can ever think of. And so, when South Africa qualified after getting a painful 1-0 victory over the Zambians, because for me the Zambians were better off, if you compare and see the class of game displayed, from that side. But South Africans, with their experience, they were able to master, and also, somehow, they nearly scored the first goal against the run of play. But somehow, for the Zambians, they will take solace in the fact that they really put everything on bear to get that one. But South Africans were a better side, and so they got to the final. So for Nigeria, I had expected Nigeria. I didn't expect Nigeria to win this one, if you ask me. The moment we lost against South Africa, our foes, I knew that with what I saw, it would be difficult. Take a look at South Africa, take a look at Zambia, take a look at Moroccans. They have the youngest set of players.
You think if the Super Falcons were complete yesterday, they wouldn't have beaten Morocco?
No, because they had what it takes to do that in the first half. They had what it takes to do that in the first half. I had expected Randy Wardrum, to bring in some tactical display. That was not seen in that game. We played them ransomly in the first half, held them cagey. And, that would have been the advantage. Because I knew for sure that with the support of the fans who were the 12th man in this, or the last time out when we won it, it was against the South African because they also missed and then we scored and we won that one. So in the last 5 years, I can say that football has gradually grown. Nobody will tell you that back 10 years ago, we would have been thrashing the Moroccans at 10-0, 8-0. But as it stands now, look at how cagey it was yesterday. So I think that we need to go back. Even in the club football, take a look at what is happening. In the club football we saw, in the CAF Women's Football Champions League, we saw the glorious outing of some of the North African team and also some West African teams who have developed, intentionally developed the female football. Even in South Africa, go league, they even have massive sponsorship now, courtesy of the foundation and Australia. We may not even get past the group stages, if you ask me.
Yeah, we may not really get past the group stages, and that you've heard that from Temple Super Falcons of Nigeria. They struggled it out against the Atlas of Lioness of Morocco, and we're looking forward to see how it goes this time around. For them better preparation. Since they've hosted out in the form of the Women African Cup of Nations this year, we hope for them. But Temple, let's move on as we look at the next fixture. They will be struggling out with Zambia, to get the third place position. You think it's going to be an easy ride for the Super Falcons, judging from what we see between the Zambians and also the Bayana of South Africa.
I think when it comes to run,
Moroccans seems to be unbeaten in the tournaments this time around, and we saw how dogged they were against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. You know, where do you think the pendulum will swing to at the end of the day between the Bayana of South Africa and the Atlas Lioness of Morocco?
I think if there is a country that have developed their football so much and desire this one in South Africa, I mean, arguably they stand at top. If it's on paper, they are the host of this one, and they want to win this one so that the fans, the massive supportership we have seen so far, and the record-breaking spectatorship, I think is one that if they get to win, it will really be a good one for them, knowing fully well that they have gone far too in developing their women game. We saw some young blood yesterday in the Moroccan teams, you know, and our eyes will tilted towards our side now. So I think that it is an open play. The best side will always win. You cannot take anything away from this side because they've gone unbeaten. You know, in this game, they won that all their games in the group stages, get to the quarterfinals, defending champions, 9-time champions. So it's not going to be an easy one. It's tricky tie between the side, but the best side on Sunday will definitely emerge victorious.
The best side on Sunday will definitely emerge the winner. I look forward to see how it goes. But let's bring you some of the stories as well from the Women European Championship, as Belgium reached the quarterfinals of the European Women Championship for the first time after overcoming Italy 1-0 in the 10th Group D finale outside the Academic Stadium. Similarly, Iceland saw their Euro 2022 tournaments came to an end despite snatching a dramatic 1-0 draw against already qualified France, as Belgium won in the other group game to claim second place in Group D. And also, Alas Morgan's 78-minute penalty sealed the USA place at the 2024 Olympic as they beat Canada 1-0 in the CONCACAF Women's Championship final. Morgan netted her 118th international goal after Yashel Chapman fouled American Bulls level in the area. Victory in Mexico avenged the world champions' shock defeat by Canada in last year's Olympic semi-final. Canada, the reigning Olympic champions, will face Jamaica next year for the other CONCACAF sports at Paris 2024. And now to club football, as we hear Manchester United manager Eric Ten Hag is saying that the man Christian Eriksen, of course, will really function properly in the midfield of Manchester United come next season. Temple Ten Hag, you know, placing some level of confidence on the man Christian Eriksen. Do you see Eriksen, of course, putting up that much of a performance we expect from him at Manchester United come next season?
Yeah, for if we go by what he was able to do with Brentford last season when he left the Serie A side because of the heart challenge or the heart implant cardio implanted inside of him. You can see that yes, he still has a lot of time. His weight of experience may just count for Manchester United. We pairing him and that man, Fernandez. I just hope that will work. But if you look at the manager who arguably is one of the best young managers now in Europe, you know, Eric Ten Hag, you can't say that he knows the reason why he's bringing him in to also stabilize some bit of, you know, the midfield and create some experience on the outside. Because obviously last season we saw a clumsy Manchester United whose midfield was nothing to write home about, even with the blend of stars or the arrays of stars, you know, we saw in that team. Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Fred, McTominay, they were nothing in the midfield. They were not helping at least sharp passes to, you know, to the strikers to get the needed goals. So I think that getting some of these players, you know, will really help him. And the signing 3 years contract is something that is worth it.
All right, a quick one on transfer as Zlatan Ibrahimovic, of course, signed a 1-year contract with AC Milan after helping them, you know, winning this year our title the last season. Interesting more. Let's wrap up these points on the show. We'll be back by 6 p.m. Yes, for Sport Extraordinary. Do also join us as it promises to be very, very exciting. Special thanks to Temple, of course, for doing justice to the various issues talked about today on the show. Don't forget, peace and unity is the pathway to progress.